Indonesian?
Me? No, hang on.
Oh, live 10.
Welcome to the Small Business Show. My name is Swire from Garuda Promo. Today with Khim Teoh, owner operator at Seasons Kitchen USA. Good morning, Khim.
Morning, Swire. How are you?
Good. Just wanted to let you know that we're going to have a yummy show today. And when my wife called Khim, I know we're going to have a yummy lunch or yummy dinner. If you know your way around, you got to order the rundown. And if you are less adventurous, try the Hainan style chicken rice. But my favorite will be the crispy pork over rice. And with that, I'll turn it to you, Khim. Can you tell us a little bit more about your restaurants and some of the cuisine that you guys offer?
Sure. My name is Khim Teoh, and I'm the owner-operator of Seasons Kitchen USA, one of the very few Malaysian restaurants here in Southern California, actually. We're in Anaheim, close to Disneyland. So we offer Malaysian cuisine, and it's a unique fusion of Malay, Chinese, and Indian flavors. So as you see in the picture, we have our signature pork belly. We've got the char siu, which is the sweeter pork belly, and then the crispy skin pork belly. We make everything fresh here at our restaurant, and it's all my husband, Chef Sun Teoh. He's the sort of behind all the recipes. And we've got also, aside from Malaysian food, we've got Malaysian pantry that we offer at our restaurant, again because Malaysian ingredients are not readily available. We go through our suppliers and importers to import unique brands from Malaysia, like Milo, Maggi, our milk coffee, milk tea, some chilies, things like that. And also Seasons Kitchen, we've also started offering our own in-house delivery system called the Seasons Food Taxi to reach customers beyond our immediate area that our partners cannot reach, like Uber Eats and DoorDash and Postmates. We've called our in-house delivery system Seasons Food Taxi. We've delivered to LA, San Diego, Claremont even. So we've just kind of trying to reach out and make up for the loss in our business prior to the pandemic. So that's what we do here at Seasons Kitchen. Got just a variety of things that we offer our customers to try. Yeah.
So I think one of the things that I wanted to point out, and I'm going to play a video for it. You play the ukulele, and how long have you been playing it?
I've played it for over 10 years. I started learning when my daughter showed an interest. So I picked it up on YouTube, ordered the cheapest ukulele online, and taught myself. And I realized, wow, this is a super fun and easy instrument. So I've always enjoyed that. Music is like my passion, So.
Yeah, and before the pandemic, I looked at your social media pages, and people will actually come eat, and then you perform for them.
Definitely. We our restaurant is very casual, family friendly. So whenever guests come in, we treat it like our second home, because Malaysia is a very warm and friendly culture. And that's kind of one of the things I miss the most. My husband and I, we started this restaurant because we miss that. We want people to, experience that Malaysian culture through our food. And then through our music, I play the Malaysian songs when they come in, and since we are close to Anaheim Convention Center, we get a lot of the annually the NAM convention. So you get a lot of the musicians from all over the world come, and then they come to the restaurant to jam out. So it's a really fun environment that we try to create for our diners.
Let me play this video for all the viewers out there. So when Kim does her delivery, this is you might going to expect this. Hang on. Do you do that by request, or you just do it for whenever you do a delivery?
Actually, I always carry my ukulele in the car, and that particular video was this of August. It's actually the National Day celebration for Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. So we had a collaborative event with Singapore Malaysia Club of San Diego, where we drop off all their orders of Malaysian food at certain drop-off points. So that was actually at a parking lot of Trader Joe's, and this customer of mine was like, "Oh, can you play ukulele for my kids?" And so that was fun. And I always, of course, I'd like to spread this joy, and especially during this time, and this positive vibes for my customers. But we've had customers who know that I sing, and so they kind of request, "Hey, it's my daughter's birthday. Can you sing happy birthday?" So if upon request, absolutely, and if I see or an opportunity to do that, for me it's just something fun that I do anyway. So I always try to share that.
Nice. Well, let's jump on to business real quick. I know that I stole this tagline from your Facebook profile, and then I know that you studied business management in college. So how do you tie that into the restaurant industry? Obviously it's been challenging for running a restaurant right now. How are you pivoting with all the pandemic, all the closures that we have? We couldn't physically dine in. Can you share with the viewer a little bit about what you guys have done?
Sure. So I graduated from UC Irvine in a degree, with a bachelor's in economics and a minor in management. After I graduated, I actually, did the corporate thing, but realized that I wasn't exactly cut out for corporate 9 to 5. When I was in college, I ran my mom's gift shops in hotels, and I really enjoyed that interaction with customers, and just sort of always taking your business. Your business is like your child, your baby. You have to make the effort to make it better, or realize what the problems are and solve them. So I've always viewed entrepreneurship as that. Willing to take the risk, willing to try new things, even if it fails. So with this restaurant especially, is I would say our baby. My husband and I decided that we were gonna do this business 3 or 4 years ago, even though it's it's not there's not that many Malaysian restaurants around. So we knew it was a big risk just going in, but we built it right from the start. We built this brand, we built this, restaurant from ground up. And 3 years into it, we established ourselves. We were doing a lot of corporate catering. We were doing okay. I wouldn't say we're making great money, but at least we're thriving. And that's really all we care about, is making our business viable. And when the pandemic hits, that was, of course, a blow to everyone in the industry. As the restaurant industry got hit, I would say one of the hardest, because this is already a competitive industry, and when something like big like this happens, immediately, I remember on the 15th of March, the governor's order to close dine-ins. The next day, I was calling all my customers, reaching out to them and saying, hey, we're doing delivery. Can I deliver to your home? Because everybody was like full lockdown at that point. And customers were very supportive. They responded. And so with that, we kind of had this in-house delivery system. And we didn't have time to go and set up something online or whatever. I just basically say, you know what? I have my phone with me. Text me your orders. And we just did everything via text, like the old-fashioned way, just one-on-one, reaching out to the customers. And everybody, because of the lockdown, had a lot of time. They were stuck at home, and they were staring at their social media all day long. So customers started posting, and I constantly use that platform, Instagram and Facebook, just promote. It's free advertising, and whatever business we could get, that really helped us get the, just basically adapt it to the situation, as difficult as it was, because now we are having to figure out, how to process all these orders, get it to the customers, from point A, point B. We've got 10 deliveries going out. So sometimes it's a bit tricky. We've definitely learned from our mistakes, and we appreciate the opportunity to fix some of these mistakes. The one thing great about customer relationship is, even if you make mistakes or screw up, you have the chance to redeem yourself. For example, if we miss something in an order because we're processing so many orders, we can always refund them, and we can always apologize and say, hey, next time we'll make sure that we double check our orders. So, nobody's perfect. This is a very, very tough time for businesses, but I think it's important to take the good with the bad, and I was working crazy hours when the pandemic hit to try to keep this, to sort of like launch this taxi business, just to figure things out. But now, 5 months into it, it's gotten a bit better. We know what to expect, and that's really what it is with business. The initial part is always tricky. You learn from your mistakes, you tweak things a little bit, and you try to make it better. So right now we're continuing our taxi service business twice a week to LA, twice a month to further places like Riverside, Claremont, Pomona, twice a month to San Diego, Wednesday to Sunday, all of Orange County pretty much. So
wow.
we're doing the best we can. I mean, I've actually clocked about 10,000 miles in all my delivery cars. That's a lot of miles.
Wow.
It's a lot of miles.
Well, I like the mindset that you have, and I think it's perfect the way that you describe it. When we think about Asian restaurant, myself included, we thought about those grumpy waiters. They put their fingers in the drinks, and when they take it out to you, and then they don't talk to you. Like you have to yell to them, then hey, I want that, and then you have to yell so loud, or you don't get your service. But with your mindset, it's good that we are sometimes going to make mistakes, but then if you improve your process and you change your process, you communicate with your customer, then people are going to look into it. Yes, it's going to be a mistake. Maybe the order is not what they want to order, but then they'll still keep coming back because you make the effort to communicate with them. You don't deny it. It's a lot of times at restaurant they deny it. We didn't do it. That you order it. Right? This is what you have. Do you want it or not? So I think with that mindset, that people appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even when we first started our business, Malaysian cuisine is not that well known. And we have customers who don't really know what flavors to expect. So some are truly surprised, some are delighted, some are like, what is this? This tastes very different from what they're used to. So we have the challenge of just, we don't make any claims that we're 100% authentic. We can never be as good as that uncle that fries the char kway teow under the tree, in Malaysia. I mean, that uncle knows how to fry a char kway teow. He's been doing it for 30 years. And the ingredients, there's so much adaptation in bringing this type of cuisine to Southern California. We have to abide by the health the rules, and then some of the ingredients are not exactly what we're used to, but we really just try our best to deliver this introduction to Malaysian cuisine. And you win some, you lose some. But right from the beginning of the business, we realized that it's important. Customers' feedback is important. And even if it's negative, you have to listen to them and accept it and respond. I think that's important. Again, we are not perfect. We don't taste every single thing that goes out. Sometimes there could be, variables. And as a business owner, you just have to take responsibility for good and bad. You take the compliments, you also take the criticism, and you have to try to swallow and digest it and see how you can improve your business.
Well, I think any business will have room for improvement, and I like your mindset. Is you are able to take the no's and the critiques, then you make it better. So as you know, if you think you're the best, then you're going downhill. So there's always learning, going up, improving the recipes, or maybe changing things to be better, to the clients that you have. And you probably have great clients. They give you good feedback, and you're able to take it for it. Let me circle back to social media, because as people in creative marketing industry, I always looked at people's social media profile. What are they posting? Do they have engagement? And normally when we think about restaurant industry, we'll think about picture of maybe a nice dish to put it on there. They put coupon. They always talk about me. But you're actually doing a lot of things that are textbook, right in a textbook chapter. With the video that you have, with the engagement that you have, you also have people thanking you because you played the song for them. So can you go into a little bit more about the creative marketing technique that you use for your restaurant, especially on social media?
I think nowadays social media, we are in a society where the attention span is very short. So sometimes when you bombard customers too much with what you do, like, okay, food. Yeah, we know you have food, but if you just try to add interesting content, like for example, the ukulele singing, that has nothing to do with Malaysian food, but that's just a personal passion that I share. And so that kind of grabs people's attention. And I've had customers that tell me, you taught my son ukulele at the restaurant, and I remember you guys. So I'm not offended if they remember my restaurant for the ukulele and not the food. I'm sure they enjoyed the food, but sometimes you just need to. I think customers, again, it all comes down to customer relationship. And if a customer remembered that when they came to your restaurant, they had a good experience, whatever that is, that's kind of good to throw out there. So in my social media, I try to mix it up a little bit, not just so much about food. We actually have, like you say, listening to the customers. Customers have asked us to expand our pantry section, so we throw out contents on things like that as well. But it is important to always, stick to your brand, like, to kind of put your brand out there. That's why with this pandemic, even though everything has now to go, it's very important that the customers know where to find us, what our website is. And when they're eating from our to go boxes, which has our logo and our design, and we're kind of like telling them, hey, Season's Kitchen, put us on your food map like twice a month or something, remember us. And I think that's very important. So aside from just being out there in social media, yeah, it is important to kind of associate what you do, the different things that you do for the community especially, and then tie it right back to your brand.
Yeah, when we're talking off camera, and I think I do wanted to call that out. You actually designed the logo and you designed the branding before you started the business. Can you tell us a little more about that? And I think for a viewer that's listening, that is exactly what you need to do.
Right. So when we envisioned this restaurant that we want to open, we definitely wanted it to be a name that people can remember. Malaysian names are not so easy to remember, so for example, if we had named it Rasa Sayang or Makan, people don't even know what that is. But we picked a name, Season's Kitchen. It actually secretly stands for Southeast Asian Sons, because
Wow.
the two leaders in the kitchen were men, and so they were sons of Southeast Asia. But aside from that, it's just Season's Kitchen. It just rolls out of the tongue easily. And we wanted, a simple, we wanted the logo to be on everything. We have my last name, my husband's last name actually. It's Zhang, but in Malaysia it's pronounced Teoh. So we kind of wanted people to know, hey, it's some kind of Chinese food. So because Chinese audience is huge, and that's really, we want to draw that. We want to draw anyone that knows it's some kind of Asian food. So that's kind of how we started it. We got menus that you guys helped us print, to go menus, stickers that you guys helped us print as well, and that's we had all of this before we even opened the restaurant, and we wanted everybody to sort of know that we are here to stay. We're going to introduce Malaysian food, a brand, and we're hoping that this will have longevity.
Yeah, I like that. When you touch on branding, you actually have a perfect mindset, probably from your, education and corporate background. You got to think about, your mission statement, right? You have a Malaysian cuisine, and you are doing the logo, and doing the acronym is fun. I didn't know that. So you have your branding in there, and a lot of business that I talk to, as the business grow, they know that they need to put the names on something, but they didn't prepare for it. So they just putting their logos on random items that distribute to everyone. So they're not focused anymore. But by talking to you and by way that you explain it, you know exactly who you're trying to target. And with the strategies that they're using, you're not just randomly promoting to everyone on Facebook. You have a specific client base. You are don't afraid to went into the niche to play the ukulele. So people might connect you or just come to your restaurant and eat your food and listen to you play, or have you deliver and have a song request for their family's birthday. So I think exactly how it's going to respond, and then you keep on adapting, for that works for your particular industry. Any plans for the future? Any trends that you see in the restaurant, and things that you think you're going to be doing going forward?
We, you know, as I've mentioned before, this was really a labor of love project. So we never really see Seasons Kitchen as like a McDonald's where we have it in every corner. But we are not close to the idea of having Seasons Kitchen, another Seasons Kitchen in LA, or we're not close to that because we've set up the business where our menu is limited items. Like the kitchen is set up to where we can train a crew to mimic this business model. So that may be in the future. And also with this pandemic, it's really sort of allowed us to think outside the box. We now have very loyal LA customers. We now have very loyal San Diego customers. So maybe we don't need a brick and mortar, like an actual physical restaurant in San Diego. Maybe we just need to continue the service, but do it better. We've also expanded to shipping all across America, and we call it our Seasons Post Laju, which is sort of the postal service in Malaysia. And we, to be able to spread this food joy, in Malaysia, makan means eat. So I call it spread the makan joy. Someone in New York or New Jersey or Virginia could enjoy our Malaysian curry puffs. So we fry them, freeze them, vacuum pack, and then we ship with Blue Eyes. And we guarantee everything. So, even our crispy roast pork can be done in that process. So
nice.
The initial stages was a bit of a learning curve, but now we've actually been doing this shipping all across America. And pantry items, those are very easy to ship because a lot of them are dry paste or cooking paste, things like that. So they can withstand the shipping journey. And at the most, going to East Coast is 3. We've had delays up to 4 days. So far, I would say about 5% don't make it. And we, of course, take responsibility for that. We don't want the customer to pay for something they cannot consume. We are a business, so we need to be taking those risks. On West Coast, we have overnight courier. We use GSO, and you could order your roast pork today and get it tomorrow. And then you just heat it up in the oven, and it's close to what you would have, at the restaurant without having to fly all the way to California, So
would that be more like an online ordering process? Because I could see that the model, especially with all the yummy snacks that you have behind you, they could buy, maybe one dish, but then they could spend another $100 buying snacks.
Right, definitely. And the dessert line too, we've expanded that. My aunt actually does all the special desserts. So I think just incorporating different things under the umbrella of Seasons helps our business, as far as revenue, to make up for the lost revenue that we currently don't have. We've lost office catering, a huge chunk of it. We've lost special events catering, and of course, in-house dining. So I think, just branching out, thinking outside the box has really kind of, I would say, keeping us afloat. And hopefully we can just ride through this 2020 storm,
Yeah, thank you so much today, Kim. I'm going to put your website and the hotline there. So if any viewer is hungry right now, call that number, talk to Kim. And thank you so much for coming on today. Definitely keep in touch. Love everything that you do on the social media marketing. I think it's textbook. Restaurants should also go find Kim on Facebook, and then follow her, see her performance, see her singing. If you're into ukulele. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate all that you guys do as well for our business.
All right, take care. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.